What is up, everyone? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 17 back-to-back battles. Now we have Daniel as our first opponent with the Whimsicott, Arcanine, Garchomp, Nihilego, Tapu Koko, and Gyarados. Our team will be the Pikachu, Wailord, Pelipper, Tapu Koko, Mimikyu, and Kartana. So I didn't have a video yesterday, and I just wasn't feeling good yesterday. I was feeling very fatigued, so I wasn't in a battle mood. So okay, I had 9 hours the night before before yesterday, and then I took a 5-hour nap when I came home, and I was still really exhausted, and I don't know what was wrong. I'm still really tired, to be honest, but I feel better than yesterday, and I can at least battle. So wanted to get some content out. We got a pretty standard, very hyper offensive team. Don't know how I really want to do this, but if I can deny Whimsicott the Tailwind, that would probably be the best. But I don't know, this is going to be a very tough battle. I definitely see Pikachu, Pelipper working here. I don't see my opponent bring Arcanine at all. I could see Gyarados, I could see Nihilego, I could see Garchomp, I could see Tapu Koko. Mimikyu is probably the best call. I really want to bring Wailord, but I don't think my opponent's just going to let me Water Spout him to oblivion, so I'm going to go Kartana as the last mon. The reason I'm going to go Kartana as the last mon is because I feel like Nihilego could be a threat, especially if it's carrying the Focus Sash item. We don't know what kind of sets these Pokemon are. I'm kind of guessing around Scarf, Garchomp, Z-move, Whimsicott, maybe it could be Focus Sash Whimsicott as well. It's really hard, especially in the best of one, because there are two types of teams. There's the Endeavor Focus Sash Whimsicott, which is very used on hyper offense, or there's the Z-move Nature's Power one. So I can't tell which one's which. We're going to see the Whimsicott and Nihilego lead. This is going to be very, very tough, but you know what? I feel like this is a decent position here. I get Pelipper in, as well as Pikachu. I can go for a Fake Out into Whimsicott, and I'm tempted to go for either a Hurricane or a Tailwind. I really want to get the Tailwind up, to be honest, but I feel okay. I think Fake Out plus Tailwind is the best play, because he has to waste a turn setting up Tailwind in the future turns, and I could get Kartana in, basically, because I don't want him to get a Tailwind right here, so I'm going to get a Fake Out off just to break the potential Focus Sash. As Whimsicott is going to flinch, Power Gem is going to come out and target down the Pelipper slot. That's actually really good for me, because I don't mind Pelipper going down right here to its Focus Sash, because now Nature's Power is priority though. It's life from Nihilego, so that's at least good to confirm. We're going to get the Tailwind off. And okay, we have 3 turns of Tailwind. Whimsicott's probably going to set up a Tailwind. Nihilego's probably going to protect right here. Or I could attack, to be honest. I think I'm going to go into Kartana because it gives me a decent position, and I think I'm going to go for the Hurricane into the Whimsicott. I feel like that's the best play. Getting rid of this Whimsicott to prevent it from going for Tailwinds. It could Encore my Pelipper, which would be kind of annoying, or it could Encore my Pikachu, to be honest. But I feel like if you want to Encore, it's very risky because the other one can always knock out the Nihilego. So I'm going to go into Kartana, most likely a Protect or a Power Gem. Yes, yeah, Nihilego's going to protect like I thought it would have to, because a Hydro Pump would have knocked it out. Tailwind is going to be set up from the Whimsicott. I am going to be able to get my Pikachu in later in the game, and I'm able to get that Fake Out pressure. So that's what I really wanted. This Hurricane's going to be able to knock out the Whimsicott at that range, which is really nice, because Whimsicott going down is great, because now I don't have to worry about my opponent setting another Tailwind in the game. Also, I don't have to worry about Nature's Power if my opponent had that move of choice. So let's see, I'm guessing Tapu Koko might be brought out here. If it's Arcanine, that's not too bad, because, yeah, I don't see Arcanine really doing much, as I could Smart Strike. Garchomp's going to come out, which is actually fantastic for me. But the question is, I can't tell what kind of Garchomp this is. If it's Garchomp, I think he has to lock himself into either Fire Fang or Earthquake. What did he have on the team? He had Tapu Koko and Gyarados, so Gyarados is probably going to come in front of Nihilego, and I could definitely see a Earthquake here. So I think I'm going to Smart Strike Nihilego, but even if he locks himself in Earthquake, that's fine, because Pelipper is able to get a powerful Hydro Pump into the Garchomp slot. So we are going to see Nihilego withdraw. I'm guessing Gyarados is going to come back in. Yep. And if he knocks out my Pelipper, I get a free switch into Pikachu, so this isn't too bad. Especially if he knocks out the Pelipper, he has to be Scarf. We'll see. It's not going to be Scarf Garchomp. Oh, that's a bit of annoyance. Smart Strike is going to go into the Gyarados, as we're going to see the Z move actually activate for my opponent. It's probably Tectonic Rage. Tectonic Rage will come out from my opponent's Garchomp, and I don't mind the Tectonic Rage at all. That means he's already used up the Z move, and now Pikachu can get a Thunder off into the Gyarados potentially. So we're going to see the Tectonic Rage. It will come out into Kartana. Will this pick up the knockout? I'm not sure. I think it's a roll on Kartana, but I'm pretty sure it's a roll in the favor. Yeah, we actually... Nice, we connect the Hydro Pump. That's fantastic, as we are able to get a nice Hydro Pump into that Garchomp slot. And now what I'm going to do is... I don't know, Garchomp might protect here. I'm more worried about the Gyarados setting up, though, potentially. I think Bloom Doom into Gyarados is a safe play, as well as a Hurricane, to be honest, into the Garchomp. Actually, who's my last Pokemon? Let me just double check. It's going to be Mimikyu, so... I don't know, Mimikyu can do well against the Garchomp. I am worried about... Okay. Because I'm worried about Garchomp protecting here. I'm going to Bloom Doom the Gyarados, and I'm actually going to go for a Wide Guard here, because in case my opponent wants to go for like a Rock Slide to pick up a double knockout, I feel like this is the best play potential. Also, Garchomp, it's not going to protect, that's fine. Wide Guard's going to come out from my team, as we are going to get the Bloom Doom off. This is -1 Bloom Doom, but the Gyarados has taken chip damage, so let's see how bulky the Gyarados is. I might be overestimating Kartana's attack power, but this is Bloom Doom from Kartana. It's a move that can knock out Garchomp and Feeny on its own at neutral, so maybe that this can pick up the knockout on Gyarados. So let us see. Gyarados isn't the bulkiest in physical defense. Oh, but it barely survives and is able to eat that Citrus Berry, as Garchomp will actually go for a Rock Slide, so we're still in this game somehow. But let's see what the Gyarados goes for. Probably Dragon Dance? Yeah, that's what I was really afraid of. So now that the Gyarados is at +1, we do have Mimikyu, which is fortunate, but not having Shadow Sneak is going to hurt. Oh, this is not looking good. As I'm going to detect... Because I need Kartana in the game. I needed that Bloom Doom to KO. Pelipper's most likely going down here, but I can't do anything about it. I'm going to try to set up another Tailwind. I mean, it's very unlikely. I think you just Waterfall and you go for Earthquake. Or maybe you just go for Dragon Claw if you have it. Maybe if the Garchomp's all spread moves. Because maybe what I'm expecting is maybe my opponent goes for a Waterfall into Kartana, and maybe a spread move Garchomp, keeping the Pelipper in check if it doesn't go for Wide Guard this turn. So I might be able to... Okay, there's a Waterfall, so I might be able to get Tailwind if he misses the Rock Slide, which would be really good for me. Let's go, the dodge! Sweet! Oh, that sucks for my opponent, but that's so amazing for me right now. Tailwind is going to peter out, but that's completely fine. I'm pretty sure this Garchomp doesn't have anything but Rock Slide and Earthquake. So I'm going to Wide Guard here. Or do I just risk a Hurricane? Am I man? I actually don't mind if he gets the double knockout, to be honest, because I get set up. So I'm going to go for Hydro Pump plus the Leaf Blade. Gyarados is going to protect. Is Garchomp going to protect as well? That's the question. Okay, so it's just a double protect here. That's pretty understandable. But now my opponent can stall out somehow. Maybe my opponent will go into... Well, I need to knock out Gyarados. And if Gyarados switches out, that's fine because he's no longer boosted. So I will try to knock out that Gyarados, and I will continue to Hydro Pump the Garchomp. We can see Gyarados switching out on Nihilego. Completely understandable play. But I definitely want the knockout on Gyarados, because +1 Gyarados does destroy my entire team. And Leaf Blade will put the Nihilego in Shadow Claw range, or at least it should. We are going to see that Gyarados withdraw, so maybe Smart Strike was a better play, but I didn't want to risk anything. We're going to see that Nihilego come out. Can we hit the Hydro Pump too? That's also a question. We're going to get the Leaf Blade off into the Nihilego, doing a solid amount actually. Hydro Pump is going to connect with the Garchomp. Man, this team is clutch. As that that Garchomp goes down, and now it's in the Gyarados and Nihilego. So... Still a very, very tough game to win, to be honest, but it's definitely more manageable. I can definitely see Mimikyu cleaning up this game here, but right here, We have one more okay, Kartana's down at -2. It should still be able to knock out the Gyarados though. But I think my best play is to go for Smart Strike here into the Nihilego as well as a Hurricane. I'm going to risk the 70% accurate. Let's go. Although it's probably likely Nihilego protects and the Gyarados hopes for a miss with the Dragon Dance. So Nihilego's going to protect here. I think he has to go for a Dragon Dance. I think he has to risk a miss, yeah. But I wasn't sure if Leaf Blade would KO on -2 to be honest. Hurricane does connect with the Gyarados. Oh man, we are skilled, people. We are skilled. As Gyarados goes down, and now we just win by clicking Smart Strike. There's nothing my opponent can do. It's not Scarf Nihilego. We already confirmed it's the Life Orb. Kartana guarantees outspeeds it. I feel so bad for my opponent, but we take those. We take those. I definitely didn't play as well. I feel like I could have made a lot better, like much better plays, to be honest, but yeah, I mean, Whimsicott's an annoying matchup. Maybe I should have just went for the Fake Out Hurricane turn 1. Because he did target into my Focus Sash, but the problem is I wouldn't have had Tailwind up for the game. But, you know, I think that maybe Kartana could have clutched it out. I don't know if Kartana lives with a Life or Power Gem, but if it does, a Bloomden would have knocked out the Garchomp. And if it was Gyarados, I just need a bit of chip damage onto it. And Kartana always threatened the Nihilego. So maybe the better play was just to go for the Fake Out Hurricane first turn. But it was also potential that Whimsicott carried Protect. But you know, I think maybe just going into the Whimsicott might have been the better play for me, so definitely going to reflect on that. Let's continue. I mean, we still got the game, but of course we did rely on Rock Slide missing, and it did. It did. Which, you know, don't use Rock Slide Garchomp. We're going to find a James from the United States of New Jersey. I don't think I know a James who goes to our PCs from New Jersey. We're going to see the team of Garchomp, Muck, Tapu Koko, Raichu, Arcanine, and Infinity. Oh, another hyper offensive team. And this one's really annoying because Raichu plus Koko is going to be scary. But we do have Pikachu. Pikachu looks extremely good in this matchup. So, I think I want to go Mimikyu as the lead. Yeah, Mimikyu. This is going to be tough. Definitely going to be tough. I think Mimikyu Pikachu's the play, to be honest. Okay, because my opponent is probably 100% going to lead Tapu Koko Raichu. I feel like it's the most solid lead that my opponent's team can offer. And I don't really have a way to stop that. So I do think Pikachu Mimikyu is the safer call because I can Shadow Claw, Revenge, knock out the Raichu turn 1. Do I need Tailwind up in this game? But Pelipper is nice in the game in general, so I think I will go Pelipper. And Tapu Koko is nice, but Kartana does have... Well, I'm probably going to use my Z move with Mimikyu, so I think Tapu Koko is better than Kartana, because Kartana without the Z move does seem a bit lackluster in this game. So let's see how this is going to go. Oh man, Raichu's going to be an annoying Pokemon to deal with. I wonder how my opponent... how Zawa would play this matchup. But we're going to have to learn it right now. Mimikyu Pikachu will take the field. We'll see Raichu and Koko. Yep. So we can Revenge just knock out the Raichu, but we're probably going to be training Pikachu because he would fake out my Pikachu and Dazzling Gleam. So is that a trade I'm worth taking? I'm leaning towards yes, but maybe the better play is just to try and knock out this Tapu Koko. But the problem is, if Raichu's unchecked, that could be a very big problem to my team. They're both really fast Pokemon, and this team doesn't really like playing this fast of Pokemon. I wish I had Protect. Maybe it's better to sack off Koko instead to the fake out Dazzling Gleam combination. I'm going to risk Koko, to be honest. I feel like losing Koko is better than losing Pikachu right here because I can always fake out and my opponent can't just click Thunderbolt freely. So I'll go into Koko here, as we are going to see the fake out and probably the Dazzling Gleam just for damage here. Yep. So unfortunately we're taking a lot of damage and we're losing our Disguise ability, but we will probably be trading for Raichu unless this carries Focus Sash. They don't really carry Focus Sash. Z move is usually the most common. Life Orb will be revealed onto Koko. Here's the Shadow Claw. I'm hoping you don't have... You have Focus Sash. Okay. Not what I was expecting at all. You probably just Psychic and Dazzling Gleam to mimic you, and I can't stop that. Oh, why do you have Focus Sash? Ah, I can't do anything. Alright. Thunderbolt into the Mimikyu. Not sure if that's the play. I could have went to Pikachu potentially, but then again I would have had Pikachu taking Dazzling Gleam. Alright, here's the Dazzling Gleam. It does target down. Yeah, okay. I think we can still win though. I think it's potential, but it depends on my opponent's the last two. If it's Garchomp, that's super annoying. Pelipper and Pikachu will take the field. The problem is Rough Skin plus Dazzling Gleam probably knocks out Pikachu. Oh, it's Arcanine coming out. That's super interesting. Alright, we get Pelipper in. Intimidate's gonna activate. I'm guessing it's Extreme Speed on the Arcanine. I don't have Protect on anything. Who would be in the back then? Feeny? I'm guessing Feeny would be in the back. So do I have to set up a Tailwind? That's the question. I think he just double attacks right here. Let's go for the Hydro. Okay, I need to predict this right. If it's Garchomp, I think I have to get Tailwind up. But if I think it's Tapu Fini, I definitely can just afford to go for the Fake Out and Hydro Pump. So, or if it's Muck, I think I'm screwed either way because Muck takes all my attacks really well. I'm gonna hope that Fini's in the back, and I'm gonna Fake Out Coco and Hydro Pump the Arcanine. I need this attempt. All right, Fake Out the Coco. It's offensive Arcanine, goes for the Extreme Speed into Pikachu. That won't pick up the knockout by any stretch of the imagination. Hydro Pump does connect with the Arcanine. That will definitely be able to pick up the KO. And if it is Feeny in the back, I think we win by just going for the Wide Guard plus Thunder. Because that should be able, Thunder should be able to knock out Feeny. And we can Wide Guard, so that prevents Dazzling Gleam. And Tapu Koko. Oh, yes. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet, because if this Coco has like an HP Fire or something, that screws me over. But we're definitely going for Wide Guard here, and we're going for Thunder. I mean, if he had HP Fire, I lost it anyway. I can't do anything about it. So we're gonna hope he's the standard set of Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, Volt Switch, like Volt Switch Taunt, something like that. Well, actually no. If he has Taunt, you protect Feeny and go for Pelipper, and then I could lose. But that depends on the Feeny's item as well. If it's Choice Specs, I'm fine. No Protects coming out from my opponent. It's this HP Fire. It's this HP Fire. Oh, it's just Dazzling Gleam. And we are going to get a Thunder from Pikachu in the rain with the Light Ball. Let's go. Here we go. It's going to be that Thunder coming out and targeting down that Tapu Fini. And that is going to be able to pick up the knockout. So really clutch. Really clutch. I had to make that judgment because I wasn't sure my opponent would bring Garchomp in the game. So luckily Pikachu just doing the work. Okay, I think I just Wide Guard here anyway. Because even if he has like Hidden Power Fire and reveals it for some reason right now, Pelipper still has a Sash. And I want Pikachu to pick up this knockout, to be honest. Actually, is Rain still up? Yes, Rain is still up. Pikachu, get this last KO. Get this last KO. I believe in you, Pikachu. Get this last KO. Just body this Tapu Koko. Yes. Okay, just a Dazzling Gleam is going to come out from my opponent. Pikachu Thunder is going to go off into the Tapu Koko. And it looks like smooth sailings for Pikachu today. Where is that plush? I don't have it on me. It's over there. And I don't want to get it because it's a bit far away. But, you know, Pikachu spitting bars. Pikachu spitting bars. I at least have this plush. I have like 2 Mimikyu plushes over there. But yeah. That's close. That was close. That was extremely close. Speaking of close things, I have been like, okay, I'm not a TV person. If anyone has talked to me about TV, you know I'm not a TV person. I haven't really watched TV in like, at least in like 3 years, to be honest. I really haven't watched any TV. But I started going, oh, my 3DS is on red. So I'm going to grab my charger. Okay, so I haven't really watched TV like all. So I usually watch like stuff on YouTube. I watch anime online, stuff like that. So I'm not really a TV person, I guess. I don't really know any shows. You can talk to me about The Walking Dead for all you know, and I don't know a thing you're talking about. I don't watch TV shows. The Office, I don't watch anything. But I've been watching a series on YouTube, which is actually, well, on YouTube, Hell's Kitchen, which is actually a TV show on the Food Network, I believe. And that show is so good. That show is actually amazing. What I'm watching, I mean, basically it's just Gordon Ramsay cursing out like chefs, but it's just great in my opinion. I've really been enjoying, because I only watched like 5 episodes so far, and it's already just really funny. And I guess I'm just watching like cooking shows because, you know, I do have an interest in cooking. I mean, I'm not sure if I would be a career or anything, but I do like enjoy cooking as a hobby, to be honest. I do like cooking as a hobby. But it is time. We're playing Pokemon. This is my #1 hobby. Well, actually, is it cooking might be my #1 hobby? I have no idea. I'm trying to improve both, especially with college life coming up. I definitely want to learn a bunch of stuff, learning how to cook, studying for like business, law degrees. I've been studying a lot lately for stuff in the future. I haven't really studied anything for high school, and I'm just winging my classes, to be honest, for high school. But I'm getting prepped for real life. I feel like learning those skills now instead of you know, stuff that they're teaching in my school, like, is going to help me more in the road than what, you know, like, the government, U.S. government, which I already kind of know how it works, is better, and I already know my amendments and stuff, so that's fine. So we're taking a long time to find the start game. Wow. I hope we find an opponent, because then I have to reload the QR code, and that's kind of annoying. Okay, thank you. We're going to find someone from Japan. We're gonna get wrecked. Are we? I don't know. What's with all the hyper offensive teams today? Okay, we got Arcanine, Porygon Z, Tapu Koko, Celesteela, Garchomp, and Tapu Fini. This is gonna be one hell of a ride, people. And yeah, this is gonna be one hell of a ride. I definitely like Pikachu Pelipper. It's just really solid in the matchup overall. Do I like Kartana? I kind of do. Do I like Mimikyu? I really don't. Honestly, Water Spout can destroy my opponent's team, but the problem is Celesteela. It's literally like, okay, it's not a coin flip. It's more like a 3-sided die of what's last move. We see Heavy Slam, Leech Seed, Protect usually. Then we see either Substitute, Flamethrower, and I could definitely see Wide Guard on this team. This team could definitely appreciate Wide Guard. We could also see like an Assault Vest offensive variant. I do like Coco in the back. And now it's Whaler or Kartana. I kind of like Kartana more, to be honest. But my opponent doesn't have a switch into Whaler once I get Talon up. I think I like Kartana more, to be honest. The reason I like Kartana more, even though Whaler could definitely be something, is that Wide Guard on Celesteela, and that's always annoying. In a best of 3 situation, I would always try to figure out, okay, is that I would definitely bring Whaler game 1, and I'd be like, okay, what kind of Celesteela is it? Is it Wide Guard, or is it like Assault Vest or sub variant? And if I could determine that, would I would have the information I need to win the entire set. But here, it's winner take all. So we're going to see Arcanine Fini take the lead. I do have a straight out Thunder, and I'm thinking of just going for the straight out Thunder into Fini and the Hydro Pump, because I do threaten the knockout on both of these Pokemon. So I'm wondering if that's worth the risk. Unless Fire Emblem Z knocks out Pikachu straight out from turn 1, and I'm really hoping it doesn't. Because I could definitely see it being Scarf Garchomp and Fire Emblem Z Arcanine. But I don't think you switch out here, because I could definitely fake out. But you might expect me to fake out the Tapu Fini and attack. I don't need Tailwind just yet, unless it was Scarf Garchomp. I think I'm going to go straight for the Hydro Pump and the Thunder into Fini. Let's go. I'm going straight out turn 1. Pikachu's not really as important. If it picks the knockout on Tapu Fini, that's great. But then again, I really don't need the knockout on Tapu Fini, so no matter what, even if he switches, that's fine. Wild Charge into the Lightning Rod on Pikachu. Gonna get my special attack boost. Don't know what kind of play that was. We're gonna get a Thunder off, and this is +1. This is going to pick up the knockout. That's going to pick up the knockout. And what's interesting is we saw that the Arcanine moved first. So either, unless I'm modest Pikachu. Hydro Pump misses. That's unfortunate. Let's see. That Wild Charge was interesting. I honestly was expecting either Extreme Speed or, I don't know, something. Alright, Porygon Z is going to come out. Let me just check the Pikachu speed stat. I can determine it. 142, that's definitely Timid Pikachu. Yeah, that's Timid Pikachu. At least I'm confident. Yeah, wait, 142. I actually can't remember now. Pikachu's what, base 90, I think? Actually, is this even max speed? No, max speed would be what, 156, right? I don't know, but missing that Hydro Pump kind of sucks. I think I'm going to go straight for the Tailwind. And Porygon Z is definitely a big threat to my team, so I'm going to fire off a Thunder into the Porygon Z. We probably will see Scarf Porygon Z. Arcanine's going to withdraw, though, into what? The Garchomp, which is an interesting switch by my opponent. As we're going to see the Z move from the... Porygon. Is that going to be Z conversion, or is that going to be like something else? This is going to be an interesting play depending on how it is. It's going to be the Breakneck Blitz, and it will probably... I'm not sure, targeting out Pikachu or Pelipper. I mean, both are pretty frail. I don't think it's worth wasting your Z move. It's going to target on Pelipper. We have the Focus Sash, baby. Oh, I don't know what that play was. Get the Thunder off, and it is going to target down the Porygon, and that's definitely going to pick up the knockout. So Porygon Z is already down. Oh man, this is already looking like a very fantastic position for us as we do get the Tailwind up. Alright, we're in a very fantastic position. And I don't know what, even if, okay, let's say you use the Z move, right? Then what? Unless your only attack is Hyper Beam, I don't think that was the play, because you could play mind games with me right now. You could have played mind games which Z move you had on Garchomp or Porygon. And I didn't even know if you're a Scarf, so you could have bluffed Scarf, Porygon Z. But I guess now it's a mind game of whether Garchomp's Scarf or not. But if it's Scarf Garchomp, I guess. I have multiple plays here. I could Hydro Pump Thunder to Arcanine and try to pick up a guaranteed knockout with either one. But Arcanine might protect and Garchomp might go for like a Rock Slide or Earthquake and put me in extreme speed range. So I think the best place to Hydro Pump and just HP Ice go for the knockout into the Garchomp, because it's safe no matter what unless it's Protect from Garchomp and extreme speed from Arcanine. But there's no Protect from the Garchomp. Oh, it's actually extreme speed in the Pikachu. That's a knockout. I think that was Choice Banded. Oh, and that is Scarf Garchomp, and it locks itself in the Rock Slide. Okay, so, wow. Choice items galore. Alright, so that's definitely Choice Scarf. We're going to go into Tapu Koko here. Go out into Kartana. Yeah, that was definitely Choice Scarf Garchomp. And Banded Arcanine. Okay, because Pheromosa lives extreme speed from Life Orb or Banded Wait. Is Pikachu failer than Pheromosa? Oh man, I actually don't know. I know Pheromosa has like really bad defenses. Yeah, it's definitely Scarf Garchomp. Gonna hit the Arcanine with Thunder, and I'm just gonna Bloom Doom and try to pick up a knockout. I'll also get a Beast Boost if I knock out Garchomp. And I don't want the chip damage Rock Slide takes. I think this is better. Extreme Speed's gonna come out. Banded. Are you sure that's Banded? I don't know. Like, knocking out Pikachu. Well, Pikachu has really low HP, so that might be the reason why, even with poor defense. We do knock out the Arcanine with that Thunder, and we will get the Bloom Doom off, and this should be able to pick up a knockout into Garchomp. Either way, a Rock Slide's not going to knock out Kartana. And we could always Leaf Blade. He can't flinch me because I think I have one more turn Talon. So we will get this Bloom Doom off into that Garchomp, which is going to be able to pick up the knockout. This Bloom Doom, and we're at neutral attack, baby. Yep, gone. And that is going to be a good game. So we were able to pick up that nice 3 wins with this team. So I always like having any team on this channel at least get one video. What was I trying to say earlier? One video that it goes undefeated. And today it did. So not bad, people. Came back strong, learned my lessons from the last video, took one day off, and then just, you know, steamroll. I mean, we did rely on winning the first game with a rock slide miss, but, you know, don't use rock slide Garchomp. It's not that good. But anyway, hope everyone enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please leave a like down below. It really shows your support. As well as if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below as well. Check out the stuff in the description, such as the QR code for this team and the blog post by Zawa, as well as any previous episode of VGC 70 Back-to-Back Battles, my other side series on this channel, as well as my social medias on Twitter, Twitch, and Patreon. I didn't really stream at all in February, and I was kind of like in and out, but I do plan on streaming a lot more in February once I feel a bit better and get this first hectic week out of the way. It's actually a really hectic week right now for me, but I think that's all I want to say. See you around in the next episode.